Good morning. Today is Sunday, September 7th. It is currently 10:18 a.m. and we are getting ready because apparently me and Josh, a friend of mine here at Wayne State, we're going out to I think I want to call it like a farmer's market or like a flea market where people set up their booths and sell whatever they want to sell, whatever. We're going to be doing that. And then at some point, I know we're going to go to Costco. And then at some point, we might possibly go to Sam's Club. So we're going to be all over the place. Today, we're kind of like having fun with the side of adulting. So there's that. Overall, everything was fine and dandy. And so now, the one thing that is kind of biting me in the butt is that later on today, I'm going to have to like really lock in because of the fact that I did not work on the syllabus for Oakland Community College. And I did tell them that I was. And so I am going to do that tonight. And I also have to finish up the video for tonight. And because of that, I'm not like all over the place. I'm like thinking about it. I was like, you shouldn't have gone out. But yeah, it's fine. So I'm going to be doing that kind of in a rush-ish. I think right now, after I'm done filming this little video, I'm going to actually start working on the video for tonight while I wait for Josh and then see what's up. But in general, everything should be fine and dandy. I'm just worried for this upcoming week, especially because it's just like all over the damn place. But I'm still adapting. I'm still acclimating. I'm waiting for a bunch of stuff from Amazon that I ordered, and also because my mom ordered me a table. And so when that's here, we're going to modify our office space. So that's a battle for a different day. But other than that, it still looks kind of relatively all over the place. But it's okay. So, update. I'm finally back home. So, we ended up doing a lot actually. So, we ended up going to, obviously, we went to the farmer's market. You guys got to see that. Apparently, the farmer's market here is on Saturday and Sunday. And apparently, they have corresponding days. Like, for example, on Saturday is more like, it's primarily like meat butchers and stuff like that, according to Josh. And he told me that like on that day, like you go and you get meat and blah blah. And so, there was that. And then we went on Sunday, and then Sunday apparently is more artistic, I guess. And so a lot of people that make their own stuff go there and try to sell their art and their creations. And so we went, but honestly, it was kind of like slow. I don't know if slow would be the ideal word, but essentially like there was not much. And so Josh was like, oh, I guess today is a slow day or whatever, or blah blah. And so yeah, it was kind of like whatever. And we just left. We were there for like 10 minutes, give or take. And then we ended up going to a Mexican restaurant, like you saw. And then afterwards, we were gonna go to adult we were doing some adulting, and so that means that we went to Sam's Club and we went to Costco because we both needed a shop for groceries. Since then, I don't even know what time he ended up leaving, but since then, I've been doing nothing but packing my grocery haul. I usually tend to wash my veggies and my fruit and stuff in vinegar, and I also tend to put all my stuff into glass containers. So, like how I'm trying to do right now, but it's not really cooperating. And so, yeah, so that's what I'm doing as of right now. And I'm continuing to do, but it doesn't seem like it wants to cooperate. Oh, there you go, it clicked. And so, yeah, I also got like some things on Amazon. The other thing that I got that, since I had lost, so I'm gonna put that right now before I end up forgetting. But I got the thingamajiggy again for my Osmo Pocket, so now I can stand it up. Because God forbid, or God knows where I left the other one, because I never even anything. And so, that's nice, I guess. And so, yeah, I think after I'm done doing this whole endeavor, I'm gonna get working for my readings, because I have some readings to do for composition theory, which I've been reading, but it's not a 1, 2, 3 thing. And then at some point call it a night, because tomorrow we're gonna have to go to teach and see how that goes. But yeah, other than that, I guess I don't know why this thing doesn't want to close. Oh, there you go, I guess. At that point, I'll let you guys know. And so this is kind of how it looks like. Mushrooms. Before I start talking, I made an Amazon order yesterday or the day before, and in my mind I was like, order blackout curtains. Tell me why I did this order. And I did. I completely forgot about the blackout curtains. Whatever. Hello, good morning. Today is Monday, September 8th. It is currently, well, I say good morning, but it's currently 1 p.m. 1 in the afternoon. So good afternoon, everybody. And so, first and foremost, the introduction. Hello, my name is Manuel Gonzalez. I am now recently a new PhD student here at Wayne State University in Detroit, Michigan. And if you are following, this YouTube channel is about the PhD aspect of things, how it is to be a student in a PhD program, all the requirements that you have to do, all the readings, all the late nights, etc., all the academic aspect of things. If you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you like the videos and hopefully you stay. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. So despite that, today in the morning we didn't really record. I woke up, I had to do some minimal work when it came to my lecture. Last night I was working on what I was going to teach today, and I ended up fixing it today in the morning before I woke up, and everything was fine and dandy on that end. And so right now I am in the parking lot at Oakland Community College, and I just got done teaching, and it was really fun class. We did over the course of the weekend, on Sunday they had to turn in their thesis statement for paper number 1, and they did that. Some students, I also had them turn in like questions, assuming they had questions for the thesis statement. Some students did, some students did not. And so I plastered all into a PowerPoint presentation, and today's class we went over them and I answered all the questions they had, assuming that they had any. And then I let them know that today's class was going to technically be like a peer review, kind of, sort of, not really, thesis statement review, where we were going to show everybody's thesis statement. We were going to go about it. Assuming that we did go about it, people were getting immediate feedback on how they see their thesis, if they're writing it correctly, and blah, blah. At first, people were kind of like iffy about it. There was like a lot of crickets, but then at some point, people started raising their hands and they got
they got the motion and the grotion, you know what I mean? And so it was fun. It was funny. There was a lot of interesting topics, especially because this essay is talking about trends. And so there was some TikTok trends I never heard about. There was trends in general I never really heard about. And so people were excited to share them, and we were laughing because I was showing my old age and I was like, I don't really know what this is happening or what's going on in this world. But it was funny. And I had a blast. It was nice and fine and dandy. I did manage to fix their syllabus, and so I let them know today what was happening for that and how we're going to go about it for the rest of the semester, and they were excited to see what that was and know what that entailed. So I feel accomplished. I feel like a good adulting day happened today. And so now I am technically done. So I will be going back to my place and fixing some stuff. Update, it is currently 4:55 p.m. and actually had a pretty productive coming back from work to my house, I guess. And so a couple things. One, I bought a whiteboard, and look at it. It's so beautiful. It looks like that. Bought a whiteboard. I haven't even done anything with it. And then I bought some other stuff that are irrelevant. But one of the kitchen tables, and I was building that, or I was assembling that. And let me tell you, it was easy to some extent, but then sometimes some screws wouldn't go where they wanted to go, and I figured it out. But in the end, it looks like this. Look at it. Look. Wow, look at that. It's so nice. And so now I'm assembling my whole setup. I just don't know how I feel. Like, I do like the wood middle, but I don't know. Well, I gotta figure it out. But the crappy thing is, watch me assemble it, and watch me not like it, and then I'm gonna have to disassemble everything. And so, I guess that's a thing that I'm gonna have to do regardless. So we'll figure that out. I ended up purchasing another one of these, but the other one is just purely black. There's no middle wood, whatever you want to call this, wood aesthetic. And so I don't know how to go about it. I don't know if I want to wait or not, but I'm not waiting. So we're building it right now, and then I don't know, man. My kidney hurts right now. My kidney hurts, and that's probably because I'm not hydrating. And on top of that, I got other stuff to do. I gotta look at what I'm gonna be teaching for tomorrow, and I gotta assemble that, and I haven't done it. Also, I have to start editing my video for Wednesday's release, and then also I have to do the reading for my advisor's composition theory class, and I'm just here building a freaking table. But I mean, I guess. Alright, we're gonna try to do this even though the sun is on our face. I need to buy those filters again. Anyhow, good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, September 9th. It is currently 12:28 p.m. and I am on my way to Wayne State for two things. One, I have to teach class in about 30 minutes, and then the second thing is that I have to go to my own class as a student. So there's that. I'm also debating what I'm gonna eat today since I'm in campus and I have campus money. I might do that. Apparently this place is a sandwich shop, kind of like Subway, I guess. And I'm contemplating, it smells pretty good actually. I'm contemplating getting that. So maybe on the way back I end up stopping by and getting it. I was also debating whether or not I want to go get Starbucks right now, but it's 12:30. And by the time I make it over there, it's probably gonna be 12:45. So we'll probably just get it after classes and on our way back home, especially with the blimpie or whatever you want to call it. The other thing that was kind of funny is right now when I was plugging in to charge my car, you know how I had lost this little thing, the mount to place the camera down, and I bought another one. This is a new one, but I go onto the passenger side of the door and it turns out that it was there. So I'm just okay, I guess. And so I can either return this one and get a refund, which is whatever, I don't really care, which I'm not gonna do, or I could just keep it, which I'm probably gonna keep. So there's that. I'm probably gonna record class today of me teaching, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay. So like have the pretext of like your languages or whatever you're doing, and then like give me the general scope of it, and then give me this.
Like the end of your introduction type
of. Okay.
Okay, I like that, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, because it is true. Across your two scenarios, your personality should shift. Well, at least I hope so, to some extent.
That's like more I'll be looking for at the end of the introduction, not the beginning.
The only thing that was kind of confusing to me as a reader, and this is just me being nitpicky, this isn't you like doing this wrong, is that when I read this, I said I shift from more formal and straightforward to more patient and understanding. So my brain was like patient and understanding, probably with like mom and dad. But then I was like, who the hell is formal and straightforward? Because I was like, I don't speak to my friends. I speak to my friends straightforward, but I don't speak to them formally. And then I was like, I don't speak to my teachers straightforward, but I talk to them formally.
Honestly, now that you mentioned that, it kind of feels like one cannot coexist without the other in the sentence.
Yeah.
But formal and patient and understanding and straightforward can all coexist in the same sentence.
Yeah. Okay, now I understand who is who. Right. But then I still don't even know who I would talk to formally and straightforward to. Because to me, straightforward is kind of like blunt and kind of rude. But then how do you formalize rudeness?
Update. It is currently 4:03 p.m. and I am done with my lecture. I am done with my coursework, and now I'm going to the student center so I can buy myself a Starbucks drink that I've been wanting since the beginning of this morning. So I guess walk with me to that. So, update. It is currently 6:08 p.m. and a couple of things have happened. First and foremost, I went to Blippi's, or I believe it's called, the restaurant I was showing you guys earlier, which is like the literal Subway or whatever you want to call it. And I ordered a sandwich and it was pretty good. It was not that bad. I only ate half. I ordered the whole foot long, but I only ate half and it was good. I liked it. Now, so when I first got here to Michigan, I usually purchase toilet paper in bulk because I would just like get it over with and I don't have to like deal with it. So I would purchase these like Amazon toilet papers that are like 80 rolls in a box. So I purchased it and it was fine and dandy and I was like, all right, cool, I won't have to worry about toilet paper in a hot minute. Tell me why at some point, like last week, I get a notification from Amazon saying like, oh, your order for the box of 80 rolls of toilet paper is going to be sent in a couple days from now. And I was like, what? I already ordered one. And so I messaged Amazon and I was like, hey, like I don't want this. I already have one. I don't need 160 rolls of toilet paper. What the hell? And so they were like, okay, like I'm going to cancel it and don't worry about it. It's like, we're going to refund you, blah, blah. All right, cool, bet. Tell me why today I'm at school teaching and I'm also in school being a student and I end up getting a notification saying like your box of toilet paper is on its way and it should be delivered like sometime within the hour or whatever. And I was like, what the hell? And so lo and behold that I get home and the box is there. And I was like, oh no, like I don't need 160 rolls of toilet paper. And so I messaged Amazon and long story short, they were like, we'll refund you the money and you can keep the box. So So I still have 160 rolls of toilet paper that I don't know what the hell I'm going to be doing with. But apparently the guy did put in the computer that I did want to cancel it. And he did do the paperwork and everything, blah, blah, but he didn't press send, or I don't know, that it was a technical issue that he didn't fully do it. And it never got processed. So I guess he didn't cancel it. So I got my money back and now I have all these rolls. So this is one box, the box that arrived today. And that's the original box that I had bought. So, I don't know. Besides that, I have set up the computer room or my office, whatever you want to call it. And this is kind of how it looks like. And it's good. I kind of like it. The downfall is, though, that this table doesn't fully have a nice grip to it. Let me show you what I mean. Let me get down here. So the computer
the table is made like this, where it has like ridges, and so there's this gripping aspect to the table. And so I mounted the caliper, I don't know if you would call it the clamp, the monitor clamp on there, but you can't really see it. But let me see if I can do this. But essentially, it is going beyond the thing, so it's not fully gripping. This thing is like loose. You see, my fingers can go in it. And so it's only grabbing from this part onward. And so I don't know if I want to trust that. Not only do I not know if I want to trust it, is that it's a pretty hefty monitor. This is like the Samsung Geo7, Geo9 or whatever, and it's the 57-inch one. So this thing is massive. Not only is it massive, it's also heavy. And then on top of that, I technically speaking have to mount something else on here, because technically I have to mount that monitor on top of it. So I have like this setup and then another monitor up here. So that's a lot of weight. I don't know. So I guess I'll figure it out. But right now I gotta do some reading, because tomorrow our assignment for composition theory is due. So I have one more reading to do, which is wonderful. And then I have to look at my students' thesis statements for Wayne State, and I have to offer feedback. I already did that for Oakland Community College. I also have to situate myself on one I'm going to be teaching for tomorrow, Oakland's Community College. And then what else do I got to do? Then I got to prepare myself, because tomorrow I'm going to go to an event where we talk about generative AI, and I'm going to talk in the event, but also I'm there to meet people and to socialize, I guess, to be like, I'm this person, I'm new to this place, and da da da, and I have to show face. So I don't know. It's a roller coaster event. That event starts at 9 in the morning, so I have to be there early. But besides that, as soon as that event ends, because I think it's a 1 hour event, it's from 9 o'clock to like 10 o'clock, I have to like rush to like Oakland Community College, because I teach at 11:30. So I don't know.
Good morning. So today is Wednesday, September 10th. It is currently 8:29 a.m. and we are at an event. We are manufacturing in America here at the Ford Field Stadium. I think it's a stadium or building. And essentially it's well, it has to deal with manufacturing and car automotive industry, but they do offer an event on generative AI in the work field and how to incorporate all that into workplace environments, how do people adapt into it, and et cetera, et cetera. That starts at 9 o'clock. It is currently 8:30, like I said. And so I got here early. Supposedly Josh is on his way right now, so I'm not going to be alone. So thank God on that end. But right now we're just in the car. I'm gonna get out and then I'm gonna go into the building right now and see what the whole hype is about. So let's go. I'm dressed up a little bit fancy pantsy, not that much, but a little. So update, it is 10:35 and unfortunately for me, I have to leave the event given that I teach class in about an hour. And so I have to get myself situated on that end. But despite that, we went to one conference. I met up with Josh, and we went to one conference. And that conference was about establishing generative AI and demystifying it in the whole workplace environment. And so I got pointers, obviously, on how to use AI in like manufacturing and technical communication and et cetera, et cetera. So I guess realistically, it's not really my forefront or my specialty or whatever you want to call it, but it was informative and it was cool. So we managed to stay throughout that whole 1 hour long presentation. It was informative, it was nice. And then that was essentially all I came here for, because that was the only panel for like AI. Everything else is like how to manufacture parts, how to like build a car, how to do a tour around a manufacturing area. And so it's all about like building cars, which is understandable because that's basically what the whole event is about. But I didn't care for that because that's not my field. But
I guess technical communication is my field to some extent, and also AI is my field, so I wanted to come to that. But on top of that, it's like killing two birds with one stone because of the fact that, yes, I'm gonna learn about AI, which I did, and then also my technical communication class allowed me or wanted me to come to this event because they wanted me to learn about it and then write a summary about it and all that jazz. So cool on that end. The cool thing is, which I didn't record, was that Wayne State University had two panel tables, and one of them was the English department, the other one was the engineering. So that was fun. And so now, time to leave, and then time to go all fancy spancy because I dressed up for the event and go teach, and probably my students are gonna be like, oh, but you know. So yeah. All right. Good morning, class. No, you're not going to be in the recording, but I'm recording this because my mother wants to know my professional side. She doesn't know my professional side. She only knows her son's side. So she wants me to send her a whole video of like me teaching. So update, it is currently 2:16 p.m. and I am finally back home. I managed to leave the event and I managed to go to Royal Oak so I could teach. I ended up teaching, and upon teaching, I left and then I ended up coming home. And honestly, I was laying in bed. I wasn't really doing much. And then upon laying in bed and almost falling asleep, I ended up getting a knock because UPS came to deliver a box that Sandy has sent me. And here, look at her. Look. So she sent me a box. But let me tell you, in my 32 years of life, never have I seen a more terrible box in my life. Look at how this box is looking. Oh my god, what the hell is this? But I guess, so hold on. So I'm trying to figure out how to, oh my god, there's like tape everywhere. It's like a child boxed this or something. How the hell? How the hell? I'm trying. This is so hard. My Stitch mug. It says aloha with the Stitch drinking a coconut. I don't like coconut, but I like Stitch. So update. It's currently 7:43 p.m. and I did a lot, obviously, to some extent. I cooked. I basically adulted. So I cooked my dinner for tonight, and then I ended up washing the dishes because I had a lot of dishes, and then I ended up building more dishes while I was cooking. So then I ended up cooking, and while I was cooking, my Amazon order came in, and so I had to put the stove on low so I can go get the furniture. Well, it's a long story. Anyhow, so I ended up buying a couple things. One of those things is picture frames, and so I have two picture frames where I'm gonna frame the stuff from that I bought from Japan, and I'm gonna do that in a bit. But there's that, and then oh, sorry, sorry. There's that, and then I ended up getting the second table that I bought. And honestly, by the looks of it, it looks like it's gonna be like promising in terms of like the table's gonna be able to be hooked. Now the thing is though, that it is kind of flimsy. Well, not flimsy, but I anticipated for it to be thicker. You see how like it's like kind of thin as opposed to the other one? So I'm just kind of going through it. I don't really think it's gonna work, and I'm just like, oh my god, brother. So there's that. The thing is that right now I am currently editing the video for the Osaka Expo Japan trip, and I'm just elongating this whole thing, but my brain is deviating. It's going like, oh, like you need to go make the table or construct a table. You need to put the pictures in the frames, and I kind of want to do that more than I want to fix the video. But then I have to technically upload the video today, and so I'm like all over the damn place. So I don't really know. Tomorrow I have to give lecture at Wayne State, and it's kind of like an easy day. After that, I'm basically free all day. Hello, good afternoon. Today is
Thursday, September 11th. It is currently 5:35 p.m. and I have not vlogged at all today for two reasons. One, I kind of woke up kind of like bleh, kind of not wanting much to do or not wanting to do much and whatever. Originally, yesterday, I was like, oh, tomorrow's Friday. Like, thank God I'm not going to do anything. I'm kind of lazy or whatever. And then it turns out that it was Thursday and I have to go teach at Wayne. And so I was like, okay. So I ended up just bed rotting for the whole portion after I woke up, and then eventually well, that's a lie. I ended up doing some sort of like productivity work in terms of the computer and trying to solve some things that I had to do. But other than that, like I didn't really do much. And then eventually I went to state and I lectured my course, and that was fun. The students were very active, very talkative, especially because on Sunday they turn in their first project or their first big essay. Well, big quote unquote. It's a whatever one. And so they were asking questions about that. They were asking questions about some other stuff. And so I was very active in terms of talking. So that's fine. Then I got home, and once I started to get home, I was hungry, so I ate. Thank God I had cooked before. And then since yesterday, I don't know if I talked about this, but yesterday I got the big table, like the other table that I purchased for home, because originally I thought I was going to use it for my office, and then right now I built it and I don't think I'm capable of using it in the office. It kind of looks like a picnic table, so I think I'm just going to use it for my dining room set or my dining room in general. It's kind of whatever. It looks whatever. I don't know. I also thank God that I ended up buying a drill, because Jesus Christ, this is terrible. Like in terms of like hand screwing everything, I would have just Jesus. So I bought like a whatever drill from Amazon. That arrived yesterday too. And look, I finished building the table after I got the willpower to do it. So I mean, it's all right. It looks pretty good. The reason I don't think I'm gonna be able to use it is because it has this big like frame right here, and I don't think the computer's gonna clamp, or if it is gonna clamp, it's gonna be like super a small amount of clamping. So I was like, whatever. Here's a drill. It's all purple because I like the color purple. And yeah. So update, I finally got to finish the setup. And at first, well, first of all, the update is at 8:34 p.m. So I managed to get the setup going, but at first my big monitor wasn't connecting, and I was like, what the hell, I connected everything. It turns out I didn't actually make it click, and so it wasn't gonna turn on. But now it's turning on. And there you go. The thing seems to be okay. Worst case scenario, one day this just pummels and falls apart. I have some random stuff down here that I have to clean up. I don't even have a computer chair, so I'm probably gonna look one up at like Facebook Market or whatever. But yeah, the setup is done for now. Apparently tomorrow I'm gonna go to to an appointment at the school campus for composition, according to Josh. He wants me to go, so I guess. Despite that, or on top of that, we are also going to go watch the Demon Slayer movie tomorrow. Even though I already saw it in Japan, I'm going to see it here in the States and see what's up. I'm kind of excited to see what the people end up, if they use like cosplayers and stuff like that. That'll be pretty cool. But if not, it's whatever. I am pretty excited about that though. Good morning. Today is Friday, September 12th. It is currently 10:30 in the morning, and we are on our way to a department meeting or a composition meeting here at Wayne State. I'm not really technically involved in this, but apparently if you want to come in and look at things and see how the meetings go and what they're about and blah, 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 you're more than welcome to join in. But I did want to come and see it. And then on top of that, Josh was like, you should come. And so, I guess. So here I am trying to like not leave him by himself. But then on top of that, I'm out here showing how good of a friend I am, I guess. And so, I'm not sure. I think it's like a 1 hour thing. Not much else happens after that hour. I think you just come,
talk about what they have to talk about, and leave. And then I think it's primarily like a faculty thing where the faculty get together to talk, but then students are able to like chime in and look at stuff just in case they don't like something, I guess. So yeah, I think right now I'm gonna go. Yesterday I had came to the student center Starbucks and I got 2 coffees. I got one for like that day, as in like yesterday, and then I told the girl, I was like, oh, can I get another one because I'm gonna end up like not coming here on campus tomorrow, so I'm just gonna take it home and drink it for tomorrow. But lo and behold, I'm on campus again. Watch her be at work right now and be like, I thought you weren't coming, brother. So let's see if I can make it in time. I think so. It's like a 5 or 10 minute walk. So yeah.
So, update, it is currently 3:30 p.m. and well, I've been home for a minute now. I've been home for like maybe like an hour, if not a little bit more than that. But I've been lounging around that, you know how it is. I don't need to tell you. So, um so I'm kind of currently going through a dilemma, which I think the opposite side is currently winning. But what I was gonna say is that yesterday, I had booked a ticket to go see the new Demon Slayer movie. And I know I already saw it in Japan, but obviously when I saw it in Japan, it was in full Japanese, and I understand some, but not like enough to fully understand the movie. And so I was like, oh, I'm obviously gonna go watch it here at the States, like when I'm here and blah blah, so I can watch it in Japanese as well, but it's gonna have subtitles because over there it didn't. But right now I'm like going through it in terms of like everything, and I'm not really feeling it, and I don't know if I should just like force myself to go just to go watch it, or if I should just cancel it and stay here and pretend to be productive. Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm kind of going through it, to be honest. It's just I don't really feel very cash money. I feel kind of bleh, and I feel I don't know. I don't know. So I'm probably gonna cancel, to be perfectly clear. I ended up buying a random Amazon chair for like the computer because I want to do work, but what am I gonna do? Float? I don't have anything, and so I ended up buying some random chair that is supposedly comfortable or whatever the hell, but I'm not married to the chair. I just want it for here right now until I get my Herman Miller back into here, and supposedly it's gonna arrive at 5 p.m. because I got it with like super fast shipping, same day, within the hour shipping or whatever. So when I get it, I get it. But yeah, I'm probably gonna cancel. I don't feel very good. So, update, it is currently 5:48 p.m. and I convinced myself to come to the theaters and get out of the house, even though I was legitimately dreading it like no tomorrow. But it's okay. I got out of the house and I came to this movie theater, but it's like in the middle of nowhere. It's like there's nothing around. Well, technically speaking, I guess there's a Costco up there and whatnot, but nothing in this particular area. But I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can like go in already, even though I'm like 30 minutes early, which I don't really think so. But who knows? Maybe I can. Well, technically I'm 40 minutes early, but hopefully I can just walk around. So we'll see. This is pretty interesting. They have like a bunch of posters. Look, they have the Demon Slayer one. Yeah, that's nice. Hello, good morning. Today is Saturday, September 13th. It is currently 8:42 a.m. and today and we have been very productive actually. We woke up very early, probably like at I don't even know, like 3 or 4 a.m. and we started to get some work done. I managed to finish a lot of work, and now I'm in like a hiatus of like trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next. But um, despite that, and despite being productive, I remember that over the course of my PhD process, while I was like trying to apply for schools and stuff like that, my advisor, the great Dr. Reifman,
at San Diego State University. She helped me a lot throughout everything, and she was a saint when it came to me bothering her 24/7. She had told me that her sister owns a bakery here in Detroit, and even though I've been here like 3 times prior to coming to live here, I wasn't able to come and actually come to the store because they open from like Thursday to like Sunday or whatever. And so because of that, I've been postponing it. And then yesterday, funny enough, one of my cohort partners or whatever for the school ended up saying that, like, oh, I went to this bakery yesterday and I got some sweets and stuff for me and my husband, and it turns out it's this bakery. And we went down this rabbit hole, like me telling her and all this other stuff, and now I'm just here to try to experience the whole thing. I don't know anything about the bakery in terms of like what do they have or what do they sell. Apparently it's super popular though, and now I can see why, because a lot of people are coming in now. So I'm gonna go check it out. So update is 9:37 and I am back home. I ended up buying a couple things, and I don't know, I'm pretty excited to be honest. I bought, what did I buy? I bought a pistachio bread, a chocolate croissant, and a jalapeno bread, and they look delicious. I'm not even gonna lie. Look at this. So this is the pistachio. That's the chocolate croissant thingy. And this is the jalapeno. And then on top of that, on top of what I bought right now, I also got 2 other things. But that's why I have the little Trader Joe's bag. Because there's like, I bought this little chocolate mousse thing. Chocolate cake mousse thing. I don't know what's it called. I'm sorry. And then I bought, this is what I'm excited for, because it's a tiramisu puff. Oh, this shit looks so good. This thing looks so, look at that. Just, I'm gonna put it in the fridge. So I knew that this shop was popular, and I understood that, but like, I don't know, maybe my brain wasn't really anticipating like how actually popular it is. And so when I got there, it was just a couple people. It was like 3 or 4 or 5, and then out of nowhere, like, I don't even know, like 20 people like showed up, and I was like, whoa. And then at some point it got progressively worse in terms of like people were showing up. And so I was like, oh God, like Jesus. And so I knew who she was, like my professor's sister, and I knew her name, but like I've never seen her like in person. So I was like, oh, is it her? And so it ended up, yes, being her, but it was just like she was so busy. So when I got into their cash register, I waited for her to pay, for me to pay, and then I was like, hey, like, I know you're gonna be busy, but like, you're Joe, right? And then she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I don't know if your sister told you about me. And then she like lit up, and then she's wonderful. She looks and she sounds like a beautiful soul. So I don't know. She made me feel smiley. So now I'm gonna wait until it's not like the ass crack of dawn over there in Pacific Standard Time, and then I'm gonna text my teacher, my advisor, and be like, hey, like I finally met your sister and whatever, and this and that. And I don't know, seems like a little wholesome moment. I just wanted to share it. I legit want to try them all, but honestly I kind of want to try this jalapeno one, so I'm like, look at that. Damn.
should probably take a photo too. That's pretty good. Great way to start a morning. Oh damn, I should have gotten my coffee from the fridge. So update is currently 2:27 p.m. and I'm kind of sort of all over the place right now. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a good thing either, I guess. But I ended up doing some work, majority of the day, especially because I woke up so early. So what had happened is that last night, after I got back from the Demon Slayer movie, which was wonderful by the way, even though I already saw it, but I ended up coming back home and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed early because I want to wake up the following morning or the following day, and I want to wake up early so I can like do work and this and this and this and that. And so that was a plan, and I couldn't fall asleep. And so I couldn't fall asleep. I couldn't even like close my eyes. I think like long story short, I ended up falling asleep for like 2 hours. I think I fell asleep from like 12 in the morning to like 2 in the morning. Then after that, I like woke up and I was on my phone just doom scrolling and just being there. And so I ended up technically waking up at like 4 o'clock in the morning because I got out of bed and I'm like, oh, if I'm gonna be wasting my time, I'd rather just waste my time on the computer and do something productive. But before that, I ended up like reading some of the articles that I'm supposed to be reading for composition theory while I was in bed, so I was kind of productive. And so I ended up doing all that. And then at some point, I ended up going to Forest Bakery. And then afterwards, I came home, I ate, and I did like a little bit of like talking to my cohort people. And then afterwards, I was like, dude, I need to go take a nap. And I took a nap, and I don't even know what time I woke up. Like at 1 something? I don't know. So, good afternoon. It is currently Sunday, September 14th, and it is 9:35 p.m. And like today, literally all day, I have not recorded in any way, shape, or form for two reasons. One, I was trying to transfer all the files from this memory card to my computer and my backup drive. I didn't manage to finish it today, but it's whatever. I'll end up doing it tomorrow or something. I don't know. But despite that, I ended up uploading video 19 today, and so that's wonderful. There was a Hiroshima vlog, and that was cool. But the reason why I didn't even record or anything was because of the fact that, again, I was trying to transfer everything, so I didn't have access to the camera. And then also, I was actually being very productive today. I ended up doing a lot. I ended up completing the PowerPoint presentations that I'm going to be teaching tomorrow for Oakland Community College and Tuesday for Wayne State University. I ended up doing the syllabus for my new class that's starting on September 18th, which is this Thursday. It's a fast track course. It's the same course that I'm teaching at Oakland Community College, but instead of like 18 weeks or whatever it is, it's going to be 12 weeks. So it's like a fast track course. So I did that syllabus. I did the calendar for that particular class as well, where everything is going to be packed. Since it's 12 weeks and it's 4 essays, it's basically 3 classes per essay. And that is, every single class is a 3-hour long class where I have to like teach for 3 hours straight. I don't have to teach, I could do group activities and whatnot. So I did that. And so all that is done. What else did I end up doing? Oh boy. I ended up fixing some of the things structured for my own student side. I did some light readings here and there. I still have to finish some readings for Jeff's class for composition theory, and apparently now today,
Dr. Ola decided to upload our homework assignments and our stuff that we have to do. So we have to do 4 readings for his class that is due by Wednesday, before Wednesday. And apparently we have to do 3 assignments. One of them is a response to the reading. So everything that he gave us to read, we have to do like a summary of what we learned or whatever. We have to do a technical writing response where I have to find a manual or like something along the lines and kind of critique it and review it and be like, this thing sucked or this thing is good because it explains it for somebody who doesn't know. And thank God that I have like a million. I have like a plethora of like instructional manuals, because since I barely moved here and I have to buy a bunch of stuff, I literally have like a mountain of them. I've been hoarding them here. So I'm gonna pick one of those and just like dissect it, I guess. And then the last thing is that, you know how we went to the Manufacturing in America event or conference last Wednesday? Well, he wants us to write a review on that, if we learned anything and blah, blah. That's literally what I just got done doing. I already turned that in, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. And so that's that. That was my Sunday, I guess. And now I am going to relax, kind of call it a day, and then tomorrow wake up to start the week all over again and try to teach the classes that I got to teach. I still have to do some light planning for Thursday's class, for the new class. So, because I don't really know what I'm going to be teaching out of the hand. So I do have to like change my PowerPoints to be longer, I guess, or kind of emphasize group activity and all that. So I have to do that probably tomorrow. But it's an easy fix, especially because I'm currently teaching the 18-week class, so I can just alter that and make it faster, I guess. And so, yeah, I ended up having a study session or like a get work done session again with Jazz and with Sandy. And I invited Josh and I invited my other cohort member, Mel, but they said they would join a different day. Well, Mel said that. Josh just disappeared. I don't know where the hell this guy went, but it's whatever. What else? I think that's essentially it. But yeah, relax, have a good day, and call it a day, I guess. On that note, though, there's one thing I gotta do since it's technically Sunday, and that's close off the video. So if you are new here, hello, my name is Manuel Gonzalez. I am a almost a month in PhD student here at Wayne State University's PhD program in the English department. I am part of the Rhetoric and Writing composition side of things. My emphasis is in science and technology with a concentration on generative AI in post-secondary education. If you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you enjoy the video, and then hopefully you come back. And if you're returning, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next week. So, peace.